وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. We have started the second meaning of the Quran. The first one started 2001. We finished that 2021. Took 20 years. So now we're back again in the beginning of the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. But we're not going like phrase by phrase by phrase or page by page. We're taking a meaning and search the Quran, what Allah mentioned about the meaning. So here Allah Azza wa Jalla said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين. So Allah Azza wa Jalla instructed the angels and He said, bow down to Adam. And they bowed down, not so Iblis. He refused and was haughty, and he was of those who reject faith. So Iblis, who's Iblis? Iblis. Shaitan, this is what I want to get into. Iblis is the head of Shaitan, the great master, and he was worshipping Allah so intensely that he was allowed to worship among the angels. How do you know that he was not an angel? That's where we go throughout the Quran and search. So we want to search a few things today, inshallah. What Iblis, who is Iblis, and what he was doing when Allah said to Adam, to the angels, bow down to Adam. So Iblis, وَجُنُودَ إِبْلِيسَ أَجْمَعِينَ. So Iblis has followers and an army. So Iblis, in this ayah, Shara, that he was a head of a big army, big group of shaitans. Here in Surah Al-Hijr, Illa Iblis, all the angels bowed down, except Iblis. He refused to be one of those sajidin, bowing down to Adam. Here, in this third one, Illa Iblisa istakbara wa kana min al-kafirin. So what stopped him bowing to Adam is his arrogancy. So here in Surah Sa'd, Allah told us that Iblis was arrogant and he refused to pray to Adam, to bow down to Adam. قال إبليس ما لك ألا تكون مع الساجدين. In this ayah, Allah asked Iblis why you were not among those who prostrate to Adam. He said, this when he mentioned that I was not the one who will bow down to Adam, who was created from clay, and he was created from fire. In another ayah he will say, خلقتني من نار, in another person. So why Iblis wouldn't bow down to Adam? Because he was arrogant, and he said, I wouldn't bow to a Bashar. Bashar, what Bashar means? Bashar, I am Bashar, you are Bashar, human. And we are called Bashar because we have the Bashara. We are not like all the rest of the animals who have hair and different skins and things. We have a sensitive skin, Bashara, which is obviously has advantage and disadvantage because obviously born to cold and hot and things and easy injury, and like the bear have their own winter clothing all the time. We need to put on clothing in the winter and in the summer. من صلصال من حمأ مسنون. So Allah Azza wa Jalla kicked him out of paradise. فاخرج منها, get out of here. You go back to Iblis again, what he was saying. وعليكم السلام. وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى. And here أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين. He فأبى إلا إبليس فقلنا يا آدم إن هذا عدو لك ولزوجك. When he refused to pay bound to Adam, when he refused, Allah said to Adam straight away, that's your enemy. That's going to be your enemy, so be careful. ولقد صدق عليهم إبليس ظنه فاتبعوه إلا فريقا من المؤمنين. So here Allah mentioning Iblis that the human believed him as he expected, they followed his ideas. Now Allah Azza wa Jalla here asked Iblis, قال يا إبليس ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. That why, what stopped you prostrating to the one I created with my own hands? So Adam was specially created by Allah Azza wa Jalla, not like the rest of the species. Astakbarta, have you been arrogant? Or you think you are above him, you're one of the mighty ones. وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس قال أسجد لمن خلقت طينا. Again he wouldn't bow to Adam because he thought Adam was created from mud, from clay. Again in Surah Baqarah, this one we are studying now, in Surah Al-A'raf ولقد خلقناكم ثم صورناكم ثم قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس لم يكن من الساجدين. Iblis was not the one who would be prostrate to Adam. And this is the ayah we're searching about, what kind of creature he was. وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس كان من الجن. So Iblis كان من الجن. الجن from Jannah or Junoon. Jinn means hidden things. The jinn are hidden from us. That's why they are called jinn. And they are like a Jannah because so much trees and things in it that you can easily hide. You can't find people. In Surah Al-Kahf, وَدَخَلَ جَنَّتَهُ وَهُوَ ظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ. One of the two guys, he entered his Jannah. It wasn't a Jannah, it was a farm, a lot of trees, a lot of grape trees and things. So, going back to Al-Baqarah, then Allah Azza wa Jal expected, He ordered the angels to bow down to Adam, and because Iblis was the only one from the jinn standing there, he wasn't, Allah didn't mention that we asked the angels and Iblis, including Iblis. He didn't, because if you have, like, if you have a group of like 1,000 people and then one white man in between, the rest are black, you don't say all the white man and the black one. Say all of you, just وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان أبى, refused, and was arrogant, وكان من الكافرين. Iblis kafir or believers in Allah? He believed in Allah, but why Allah said kafir? Kafir from cover, from kafara, which means covered up. يعجب الكفار. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, محمد رسول الله والذين معه أشداء على الكفار. Bring another one. ليغيظ. يعجب الزراع ليغيظ بهم الكفار. Now here, this is Surah Al-Fatih, the last ayah in Surah Al-Fatih. محمد رسول الله والذين معه أشداء على الكفار رحماء بينهم تراهم ركعا سجدا يبتغون فضلا من الله ورضوانا سيماهم في وجوههم من أثر السجود ذلك مثلهم في التوراة ومثلهم في الإنجيل كزرع أخرج شطأه فآزره فاستغلظ فاستوى على سوقه يعجب الزراع وليغيظ بهم الكفار. Now here Allah describing Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is Rasulullah, and describing the companions with him who are very strong against the kafirin, the unbelievers, but they are merciful among each other. And then he described how they are making ruku and sujood. They ask a bounty of Allah Azza wa Jal and His pleasure, and you could spot him from looking at their faces, sign of sujood. And the example of them is in the Torah and Injil, like a plant which is grown up and spread and became very strong and very tough. And then this plant admired by Az-Zurra'. All the farmers were really amazed, it's an amazing plant. But on the other hand, another farmers, they were envy. They didn't like it, how you are better plant than ours. So يعجب الزراع ليغيظ بهم الكفار. So kuffar could be like the farmers, because they put the seed and cover it up, hide it. And the kuffar hide the truth. They know the truth, God is creator to this universe, and they refuse to acknowledge, yes, there is a creator. So going back to Iblis, his personal name, what's his gender name? Shaitan. Yeah. If you go to the Quran, Shaitan, like you say, يا أبت لا تعبد الشيطان إن الشيطان كان للرحمن عصيا. Is it يا أبت لا تعبد الشيطان? My father, don't worship the shaitan. They put capital S here. It's the shaitan, the shaitan. Is it one shaitan? لا تعبد الشيطان. Is it one shaitan? Or many shaitans? Many shaitans. Why Allah Azza wa Jal only use singular, الشيطان? While here it's the nakira here, شيطان رجيم, شيطان مارد, شيطان رجيم. استحوذ عليهم الشيطان. Why he used al-shaytan as singular, لا تعبد الشيطان, where there's a lot of shaitans around. لا يصدنكم الشيطان. Only one shaitan?
Is he the head? That's fine. Shaitan.
Iblis is the head. Yeah. I'll bring you another surah.
Is he referring to Iblis here? Or saying Shaitan?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر. Which insan? What insan means? Human. Which insan? Allah saying al-insan. It's the species. The species of human called al-insan. So when you talk about al-insan, don't let al-insan mislead you. So al-insan, yes, you're putting al-ta'rif. You talk about the species. And the same when you look into الشيطان. الشيطان يعدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء. الشيطان لا تعبد الشيطان إن الشيطان, which is the species of the jinn who are disbelieving Allah or disobey Allah. That's the other one which we said. Why we say Adam believed in Allah? Even Iblis believe in Allah. Some people don't. Go, he said it. Yeah, you want to answer? This ayah. كمثل الشيطان إذ قال للإنسان اكفر فلما كفر قال إني بريء منك إني أخاف الله رب العالمين. That's Shaitan saying this. I do fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Yeah. So what Shaitan did to go to hellfire? What made him go to hellfire? It's this one. وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس كان من الجن ففسق عن أمر ربه. He disobeyed Allah. He rejected the order of Allah. So even if people say we do believe, are you praying? No. And you're fasiq. Allah ordered you to pray, you didn't pray. Do you pay zakah? No. So what's the difference between Iblis, who said, I fear Allah, and you? Some people even don't fear Allah. So Shaitan is because he rejected the order of Allah. What's the difference between Adam, عصى آدم ربه فغوى, عصى آدم, was Adam refused, وعصى آدم ربه فغوى. Adam disobeyed Allah, and Adam disobeyed. Did Adam disobey Allah and allow himself to be seduced by Shaitan? Because he listened to Shaitan. So what's the difference between Adam disobeyed Allah and Iblis disobeyed Allah? Adam repented. Straight away, he discovered that he made a mess out of the orders of Allah. So, فَتَلَقَّى آدَمُ مِنْ رَبِّهِ, who's going to come the next ayah where we are. So, as قُلْنَا الْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ, the head of the shaitans. And shaitan is individual, as-shaitan is the species, like al-insan. You say, insan came, a human came. Al-insan, the species of insan. Al-insan, wal-asr, inna al-insan lafi khusr. واستكبر وكان من الكافرين. And we said kafirin, those who reject the faith, those who hide the truth. There's no one with a sound mind will accept that the universe came from nothing. No one can, especially after the scientists saying there were no time, there was no universe. You don't need to listen to Einstein and Hubble and the physicists. You just need a pencil or paper, see how much heat the sun is losing per second, so a million of tons. When the sun will cool down, 5,000 billion years. The biggest sun will lose heat in, the biggest sun in the known universe will lose heat in 12 billion years. So if the universe existed from eternity, it should have been gone by now, cooled down. And because it was created in this point, it's still living, but it's losing heat. And they have witnessed a lot of stars dying. There were death of stars. They witnessed death of a whole galaxy. The galaxy was there, it just disappeared, finished. So subhanallah. وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. They cover up. When I teach my students, say like, if you think the universe just buffed out of nowhere by itself, why nothing created itself anyway, even God didn't create himself, can you convince the police that the mobile in your pocket wasn't nicked from your friend? I found it in my pocket, I don't know how it's come here. Or the car he stole on his drive, can he convince the police that it's just woke up in the morning, it's there? I don't know how it gets here. It's obviously I'm not going to convince anybody. A shoplifter in Morrison in Solihull. The story is that it's a bit ugly, but they found things inside him, and how did he get this? I don't know. They took him. So وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك. So He left now Iblis that he refused, and he turned to Adam. Although in the other part of the Quran, he straight away said to him, that's your enemy. When he didn't bow, he said, that's your enemy. Be careful. That's the one who refused to bow down to you, and you will have trouble from him. وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة. وقلنا, we said, يا آدم, O Adam. If you notice, يا آدم, وقلنا يا آدم, Allah calling Adam by his first name. If you go to the whole Quran and try to find Ya Muhammad, can you find it? You never find Ya Muhammad. Allah Azza wa Jal never spoke to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam by his personal name. Never ever in the Quran. While Allah Azza wa Jal, the word Muhammad mentioned in the Quran, وما كان محمد أبا أحد من رسالكم بما نزل على محمد وما محمد إلا رسول محمد رسول الله 3 times محمد رسول الله. If you look into Musa, if Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wrote Quran for himself, will he only mention his name once or 3 times? How many times? 4 times? 4 times. Musa, how many times mentioned? 40 times. Musa. Subhanallah. While Allah Azza wa Jal always called Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam be Ya Ayyuha Rasulu or Ya Ayyuha Nabiyu. Ayyuha Rasulu. With a great respect to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, being the most obedient human being to Allah Azza wa Jal. يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك يا أيها الرسول لا يحزنك الذين يسارعون بالكفر يا أيها النبي.
That's like his title.
Yeah, Mr. يا أيها النبي إنا أرسلناك شاهدا يا أيها النبي حسبك الله يا أيها النبي قل لأزواجك يا أيها النبي جاهد الكفار. Obviously, Nabi, every Nabi is Nabi, but not every Nabi is Rasul. So Rasul is another title because he had a message. يا أيها النبي جاهد الكفار يا أيها النبي اتق الله ولا تطع الكافرين يا أيها النبي لما تحرم يا أيها النبي لما قل لمن في أيديكم يا أيها النبي قل لأزواجك وبناتك يا أيها النبي حرض المؤمنين يا أيها النبي إذا جاءك المؤمنات مهاجرات يا أيها he shouldn't bring it without because there's Nabi in it. He brought that ayah. Look at this ayah. يا أيها النبي إذا طلقتم النساء يا أيها النبي O prophet, you prophet. يا أيها النبي. Then he said إذا طلقتم in plural. If you, the Muslims. So because the topic is so sensitive and Allah doesn't like divorce, he didn't say to the believers يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا طلقتم النساء. He said يا أيها النبي, tell them if they divorce women, I don't want them to divorce women. فطلقوهن, divorce them while they are ready to start their iddah. So Adam, how many times Allah said يا آدم يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما يا بني آدم يا بني آدم قلنا يا آدم هذا عدو لك وزوجك قال يا آدم هل أدلك that Shaitan was talking to Adam يا بني آدم يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك. It's in A'raf and in Al-Baqarah. قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم. That's personal name without title. When I came to Britain, I discovered that I will call you Dr. Ghannam unless you say, call me Issam. I didn't know that even our Pakistani brothers are the same. The Arab call me Issam, but Pakistani brothers Dr. Ghannam, Dr. G, they say, because they cut it short. But I see it awkward because in Syria they say Dr. Issam or Issam. They don't say the title, unless you are your majesty or you know. So Allah Azza wa Jal, وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين. So the order that live in Jannah, it's your home, you and your wife, and eat from it as much as you want, from whatever you want, and never ever ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة. It's not don't eat, don't even come near it. ولا تقربا. ولا تقربا. There's an ayah in the Quran, but I heard it from some Arab. فاجتنبوه أو لا تقربوا. اجتناب, keep away from that place or don't come near it. About khamr. Khamr, you're not supposed to come near it. So usually the aisle where there's khamr, we just skip it. And sometimes put soft drink in it. Okay, we'll buy soft drink somewhere else. They put soft drink with the alcohol drink. So يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة. اسكن, obviously, from dwelling, from sakan, from maskan. Sakana, he quietens, he's relaxing, he's comfortable, and so it's more like sakan means house. Yaskun, aina taskun, where do you live? Where is your house? So you tell about where you actually live. أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا, both of you. So اسكن أنت وزوجك. اسكن telling Adam, but he added his wife as well. وزوجك. اسكن أنت وزوجك, although plural. But here both of them. ولا تقربا, the order both of them. فتكونا, both of you will be transgressor and unjust. ظالم, usually unjust, transgressor. فتكون من الظالمين. Why he will be unjust, ظالم? Why he will eat from the tree will be ظالم? Then sometimes they put it wrongdoer as well. But ظالم in Arabic, because it's commit injustice against yourself. He managed to get himself out of paradise. So he wasn't just against them. Drinking alcohol, you're harming your own body. Taking drugs, harming your own body. Fighting other people, you're harming yourself. Could be harming your family, could be harming your religion. Those who made these terrorist attacks and things harmed the religion for nearly 20 years now. Now there's another terrorist now in Ukraine, and there's apparently there will be terrorists in Taiwan now. We don't know. Terrorist is the one who does something we don't like. But we don't accept that anybody in Islam go and kill innocent people. You're only allowed to defend yourself. So you committed injustice against a lot of Muslims. A lot of Muslims harmed because of this. Every time we went twice to Tunisia through Frankfurt, or 3 times, and 3 times it's random checking. Me and my wife, random checking. They didn't have a random checking on the blonde white passengers, but this is obviously we missed the next flight because they don't care whether it's a flight or not. You're supposed to be checked whether you are and my age, just فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ فَأَزَلَّهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ عَنْهَا. Although he told him that's your enemy. Obviously, we don't know the gap between Allah blowing the soul into Adam, Adam becoming conscious, the angels bowed down to Adam. And Allah told Adam that this is your enemy, he refused to bow down. And then how long they lived in Jannah before they actually came near the tree, before Shaitan vanished, because they forgot. Because Allah Azza wa Jal said about Adam, فَنَسِيَ وَلَمْ نَجِدْ لَهُ عَزْمًا. I think we've seen it last week. نَسِيَ. He forgot. وَلَقَدْ عَهِدْنَا إِلَى آدَمَ مِنْ قَبْلِ فَنَسِيَ. He forgot. We trusted Adam. We said, like, don't disappoint us. وَلَمْ نَجِدْ لَهُ عَزْمًا. We didn't find that he was stubborn. He was apologetic. He straight away asked Allah Azza wa Jalla to forgive him. What shall I do? What shall I do? He said, ask me to forgive you and I will forgive you. وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين فأزلهما. أزلهما from زلل, from slipping. زلت قدمه, he was walking and he slipped over. فأزلهما. He's like pulled their legs on. They managed to get them, cheated by him. فأخرجهما مما كانا فيه فأزلهما الشيطان. Now he talked about him as Shaitan, not as Iblis. He didn't use his first name. He used his first name in many places, but they always talk about him as being the head of this species, a Shaitan. Because that species, your enemy, the Shaitan, the jinn who disobey Allah Azza wa Jal. It's like many of the Jewish people who they believe in Allah Azza wa Jal, the only one, but they disobey. They refuse to obey. And that made them outside the belief. Not because you ask them, they believe in God. And in Britain, they said if you ask the general public, 70% they believe there is God. They have nothing to do with it. They don't want to listen to God, they don't want to search for Him, they don't want to read His messages. But obviously they are not counted. But a lot of Muslims are coming like this. They believe in God, but very, very few things they do. And you could tell, we have the Friday prayer, we get 150, nearly 200 now praying, but we get 800 in Eid. Where's the other 600? Probably they are working away from Solihull or something, we don't know. Probably they don't pray. فأزلهما الشيطان عنها فأخرجهما مما كانا فيه وقلنا اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو. عنها, عن ايش? On what? He said put here the garden. From the garden. From Jannah. And he managed to get them out of what they were in. Now it's a bit complicated. It's not actually Shaitan managed to get them out of Jannah. It's their action disobeying Allah. Is disobeying Allah made them get out of Jannah, or is it eating from the tree? Or what is it? What's got them out of Jannah? Why they had to leave Jannah?
Disobeying.
Is it?
It's the same thing. They eating from the tree, being told not to do it.
What about this ayah? فأكلا منها, they ate from the tree, فبدت لهما سوآتهما وطفقا يخصفان عليها من ورق الجنة وعصى آدم ربه فغوى. So when they ate from the tree, their nakedness become like, they have to go to the loo. They need to pass what they ate. So there's no loo in Jannah. can't function in Jannah after eating from the tree, because your biology, it seems, the biology of Adam changed, because he wasn't urinating, wasn't defecating, wasn't sweating, and he was eating from the food of the tree with enjoyment. But the Prophet ﷺ told us, when we go back to Jannah, the food we eat from Jannah is not going to be digested and some passed out and some stay. No, it just evaporate like perfume from us. You eat and drink. There's nothing called toilet in Jannah. So when I teach my students, say that's the ayah. When they ate from the tree, the digestive system started appearing and functioning, and can't stay in Jannah. You need to go and do your business somewhere on earth. So أخرجهما مما كانا فيه. So is the disobedience to Allah got them out of Jannah, or is it because they need the law? What the Christians say?
Both is related to
The Christians say the original sin got them out of Jannah, while in Islam فتلقى آدم من ربه كلمات فتاب عليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. Forgiven. He was forgiven in Jannah because it was instant. When he committed the sin and disobeyed Allah, asked Allah to forgive him, he forgiven. There's no original sin. If there is no original sin, there's no need for Allah to have a son, to send his son and be crucified for the sin to be forgiven. Because the whole Christianity built on this understanding. Did the sin get Adam out of Jannah, or the eating from the tree? Eating from the tree. The sin already forgiven. And he was made the Prophet Adam. So he was kicked out of Jannah because you got somewhere where there is a toilet. You can't be in Jannah, your body will not. When Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was taken to Mi'raj, we know they opened his chest and they removed things and cleaned and then took him. It wasn't like immediate going up. There's some process. Why is that? We don't know. Our brain will not be able to understand these deep things, which is your biology is going to be different in Jannah. So you go to Jannah. It's like when they say, if this universe dies and there's no suns at all, there's, after 12 billion years, there will be no sun whatsoever in the whole of the known universe. So where we will go? They're saying probably we need to cross to another universe. It's not a good idea, because the physiology and biology of the other universe could be totally different and you disappear instantly. Because how would you know that you will have to rely on atoms with electron moving around the proton, and there's different sizes of atom, and your body need magnesium and sodium and iron. And فتلقى آدم من ربه كلمات فتاب عليه. So وقلنا اهبطوا منها بعضكم لبعض عدو. Who is adu to who? He's saying you will be enemy to each other. Who Allah Azza wa Jalla talking about here? Who is the enemy of who? وقلنا اهبطوا منها بعضكم لبعض عدو. Obviously, the shaitan and the insan, the species. He is our enemy. We are his enemy. We're not going to listen to him. He's not going to listen. He's always going to cheat us. How do we know there is shaitan in existence? How do we know there is shaitan?
guided to do the wrong things. Often we get guided to do the wrong things.
Is it shaitan who guides you to do the wrong things?
Thoughts come into your head.
Yeah. Is it always from shaitan?
He's whispering.
But is it always from shaitan? Sorry?
Be your nafs as well, couldn't it?
Could be
النفس.
your nafs, yeah. Could be that the bad idea could be from shaitan and could be from you. How would you know that this idea came from shaitan, that idea came from myself? Sheikh Sha'rawi explained it really well. He said the shaitan, he wants to get you wrong anyway, whatever way. So you bring a bad idea, you brush it off. Another bad idea, brush it off. Another bad idea. You keep bringing bad until one click. And then you do the act and he got you. While if you have bad idea, the same bad idea come again and again and again and again and again. Yeah. Because shaitan, don't blame shaitan. Like a woman, her son was caught stealing the time of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. And he was brought to Umar ibn Khattab. And she said, by Allah, this is the first one. Umar ibn Khattab said to her, no way. I must have done it several times. Allah covered up for him. He's doing the same. Quote. So shaitan might put the idea for him to steal, or he fail, or he doesn't go, or things went wrong, and might not try again. He bring another idea, drug, alcohol, this. While if he himself keep on doing the same things, and we all know, we all have certain things we keep trying to do again and again, no matter, and then we repent and we don't do it for a few weeks or a few months or a few years sometime, and then back to the same problem. So we'll be enemy to each other, and وَلَكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مُسْتَقَرٌّ وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَىٰ حِينٍ. And then you will have on earth, you will have a dwelling and enjoyment and livelihood to a predetermined time, to a period of time. Why Adam was supposed to live forever in Jannah when he came to earth became limited time? My daughter, when she was in Nottingham, two of her friends, she was studying pharmacy, and they asked her a question. She asked me the question. I gave her the answer. She gave them the answer. If Allah perfect, why He didn't create a human who is perfect? Doesn't get age, doesn't get diseases, doesn't get illnesses, not prone to pain, blah, blah, blah. Why He didn't create a perfect human? What will be the answer? He did.
He did.
Yeah,
Adam, of course.
created Adam and Eve. Perfect. They will live forever. Eternal life in Jannah. They were told. That's why they forgot. And Shaitan said, oh, if you eat from the tree, you will live forever. You're already going to live forever. So Allah created Adam and Eve, perfect body. Nothing will go wrong. They will always eat and drink, enjoy themselves. They don't even need to sleep. In Jannah, you don't sleep. Why you sleep in this life? We get a lot of information during the day, images, experience, good one, bad one, evil one, terrifying one. And then your brain needs time to brush all these ideas and memories, store the important and delete the irrelevant one. And unless you sleep, that's not going to happen. You will find that your memory in front of you. When people go through psychological trauma, major car crash or major war, major terrifying experience, they develop something called post-traumatic stress disorder. They can't sleep. The memory always in front of them. And they're always angry, they're always fighting. One of them was trying to fight me. He thought I was the enemy. Twice he tried to do it because he's seeing people in front of him. Oh, they run this way, they went that way. So we treat them by getting them something called rapid eye movement. We engage their senses, whatever. But when you sleep, you erase all the bad memory and bad incidents and bad events and things, and you come back fresh the next day, hopefully. In Jannah, there is no bad memory. There's no bad event. There's no terrible things. There's no missed the train, missed the flight, missed the job, kicked by the husband, kicked by the wife, children broke this and that. So there's no need for sleep because you will be happy all the time until you and you are with Allah Azza wa Jal. Even Jannah could disappear, but if you are with Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah never dies. وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَى حِينٍ. When he came down to Jannah, he said, he was told, you will live 1,000 years. And we'll go across that, inshallah, and we carry on with the story. And then he was looking into his children, and they spotted one red-headed. He said, how long this guy will live? He was told 60 years. What's his name? Dawood. They said, I'll give him 40 years from my 1,000. So when the 640 years passed, Israel came, 960 years, take his soul. He said, oh, Allah told me 1,000 years. He said, you gave 40 to Adam. So Prophet Muhammad telling us the story, he said, جحد آدم فجحد أبناؤه من بعده ونسي آدم فنسي أولاده. He denied that, and we deny because we forgot, and he forgot and we forget. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم اجعل اجتماعنا هذا اجتماعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Now I prepared actually a topic which is on depression, but I thought I better do it when there's more people to benefit on why you become depressed and what's the treatment, what the type of depression, and when depression is not depression. So that is in the pipeline, inshallah.